Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
If you're working in your yard, remember never to place landscaping structures and fences too close to above-ground electrical equipment. It's unsafe and could cost you financially. Visit les.com for a complete fence and landscaping installation guide.
Be at the 32nd Annual Testicle Festival for live music, hot nuts, and meet Buster the Bull. It's at Round the Bend Steakhouse in Ashland, June 14th from 11 to 10. Take I-80 exit 426, roundthebendsteakhouse.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and the hail sale has been a huge success, but is winding down. We still though have several units with huge discounts. Plus, we have brand new Sierras, $14,000 off list, or starting at $37,105, or 0.9% APR on select new models. Yes, you heard right. $14,000 off or 0.9% APR on new Sierras starting at $37,105. So please check us out at cobblecars.com. All deals with roof credit, stock number G289358.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL Weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies, be breezy and hot with an afternoon high near 91. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a light breeze, low near 64. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies and light winds, another hot afternoon with a high near 92. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clark, 93.7 The Ticket, and theticketfm.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Gray. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East Sports coach Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, welcome to this tremendous Thursday. It is sunny, 71 degrees here in the capital city, 1040 O Street. I'm with one lane with a high of 85 degrees. Swim, what's happening, my brother?
Not a whole lot. It feels like it could be a lot warmer than 85. Yesterday, it got a little steamy as well, but it feels like we are in the full swing of hot temperatures and summer.
And I will take it.
Absolutely.
I will definitely take it.
Absolutely.
Rafferty, what's happening down there in Huntsville, Sweet Home, Alabama?
Oh, not too much. Sitting at about 82 degrees. Dry right now, but looking at some rain later this afternoon. So the streak continues.
Seems like you need some water. Your voice sounds a little dry this morning, man. You all right? You right there, big fella?
Oh, I think my cigar intake is up a little bit since I moved down here. So
that's wild. I would imagine. I mean, you don't have your days aren't filled with appointments and obligations that you have enough time to smoke some cigars.
Yeah, enjoying the finer things in life.
My Raff just kept it real. He goes, well, here's the deal, folks. You ever heard of Smokey the Bear? Oh, I love it, man. Oh, we got a lot for you today. We got an amazing guest at 10, one who's been with us before. I'm not going to spoil it, though, but I'd say what's going to tip off in Omaha this weekend, and I'll throw you a hint, and we'll go to next week as well. I mean, this guy is always full of stories and amazing stories. He's going to be with us at 10 o'clock. We're going to discuss the NBA, what took place last night. There's a new Netflix series out, which, there's one particular guy that's one of our teammates is going to like it. I'm just going to leave it at that. That's going to like that point. So we got a full show for you today.
What if I told you guys that I watched from start to finish the entire NBA Finals game last night?
Wow.
I did too. That's awesome, man.
I don't know what. Well, actually, I know what happened. So I met a couple of fellow media members at a local establishment last night, and we all watched the NBA Finals game last night. And I said after the fourth quarter, I said, you know what? I'll be honest, guys. You can tell. So somebody said, we were talking about the logos on the floor. Everybody gets mad because the finals logo isn't on the floor, you know? And Adam Silver, by the way, said on ESPN last night or the other night, he's like, hey, by the way, the logos aren't on the floor anymore because it made the floor slippery. And he goes, so that's why we took them off. So that's why we just put them on just for through the cameras, through the TV.
Right.
But it was funny because another media member was sitting there going, I'm tired of people talking and complaining about how the logos aren't on the floor. You can see the logos are, you know that it's the NBA Finals because it's the high level basketball. And I said, no, it's the NBA Finals because I'm finally watching it. And I was like, so that's the case that happened there. But no, it was a good game last night.
It was a great game, and I can't wait to dive more into it as well. And Nick, like you're saying, those things are aesthetics. I guarantee you, none of the players, anyone on the team had no idea what the heck was on the court because you don't care. You're playing basketball. Steve Taylor on the show the other day, on his show, he was talking about, him and Bach were discussing like the end zone. It was painted a certain color. Raff, I honestly couldn't tell you what the end zone even freaking looked like when I was there. We didn't care. And you'd be hard pressed to find a lot of the guys who knew what the field looked like. We was all just win the game. We didn't care what the field looked like. With the scoreboard, that was the only thing we worried about was the scoreboard. We didn't worry about the colors and the schemes and when they were going to let the balloons off. I mean, that thing is for the pomp and the pomp, and the celebration, the ambiance, game day experience. But as players, we didn't care about that stuff. And I guarantee you, no one from OKC and no one from Indiana knew what the hell was on the court yesterday. So who knows about that? Who knows? Rafferty, it is. I was going to try to watch the U.S. Open this morning. Start off. I just sent you guys that clip. I was just catching it out from the deck. But, I got just busy this morning taking care of things. But I was talking to Nick, and obviously today
is day one. And the leader right now, you said, Nick, is at what, 4 under?
So a couple of minutes ago, it was JJ Spawn at 4 under. He's still at 4 under through 10.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Woodland is 3 under. Adam Scott, Ludwig Oberg, and Rory McIlroy are all tied for 3rd at 2 under.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this is, I played I'm doing a golf pool this weekend, a U.S. Open pool.
Mm-hmm.
And
that gambling?
Sure. I mean, it was $11. Sure. But anyway, I'm taking part in this golf pool this weekend. And I mean, come on, man. Anyway, so
I didn't know what a pool was. I didn't know
yeah.
Because swim, pool,
yeah,
one lane. I thought
sure,
you guys were going to watch you guys open in a pool.
That's right. Yeah, sure. Either way. So what you do, like the tiebreaker score is you think, okay, what's the overall strokes of the winner? Like how many strokes is the winner going to have? And I put it at 275, which is 5 under par, is what I thought that the winning score this weekend would be. Just because of the conditions.
What under par?
5 under
5
par,
under par,
which is what everybody. Here's the thing: like at the end of the day, everybody's talking about the conditions in the rough and stuff. Surprisingly, they were talking about it on the broadcast this morning. Surprisingly, the course is playing incredibly soft right now. And so there's a lot of favorable bounces. Guys are able to do a lot with their golf ball to where they can put some spin and put a little English on it, get it close to the hole. And right now, we were talking before we came on the air, AD. This afternoon, the course is going to play a little bit different. It's
going to be a
totally for the guys course. For the guys that tee off shortly after noon and stuff, and shortly before 1 p.m. Central Time. It's going to be a little bit different.
Those greens will dry out.
They're going to dry out quite a bit, and it's going to quicken up. But then you look at it as guys that teed off already and are through 10 holes like JJ Spawn is. This is where you have to try to get some
make some ground.
Yeah, make some ground and get yourself a lead, because more than likely the course isn't going to play the same way tomorrow
when they
Saturday
play the afternoon
and Sunday. Yeah, when they play the afternoon. But then the broadcast was saying, Raff, they were like, look, the most important thing right now in the morning for the way that the course is playing, you have to hit your par saves from like 5 to 9 feet. If you don't hit those putts, granted that's always important, but if you don't hit them today, then you're not really going to be in contention.
Yeah, no, and then also too, you got to bring up Gary Woodland. I mean, over his last 2 years, I mean, he had brain surgery for a benign tumor, and that he's back and on the top of the leaderboard. I mean, just amazing.
Amazing story, everything that he went through. So it's good. It was good to see his name up there as I was scrolling through. I tell you whose name you're not going to see up there after tomorrow, most likely, is Justin Hicks. He is +9 through 9. he's playing bogey golf.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, what's crazy, guys, is earlier this week, Rory in a practice round shot in 81. He birdied holes 17 and 18, still shot in 81. I mean, that's number one, kind of crazy to think about because that's an incredible score. We'd be thrilled with 81. Yeah. But for these tips. Yeah, right. For these guys, 81 is not a good start. No. But then here he is through 9 holes. Rory's 2 under. So Rory had a really nice par save that I watched. It snuck in the right side of the hole. But it was just crazy to think about how things can change and the amount of preparation that goes into it for these guys. So Bryson's playing well. JJ Spawn obviously is at the top. Ludwig Oberg, like guys that have exceptional iron play this week. That's who you're going to see at the top, and that's why there's guys like Ludwig and there's guys like I said earlier this week. I'm curious to see what a guy like Jordan Spieth can do, just because his short game from 100 yards and in is some of the best in the game, or can be some of the best in the game. It's what can a guy like Jordan Spieth do this weekend? He teased off here in a little bit as well.
You know, Raff, there's a number of guys that are hanging out at even. In your opinion, is that a good place to be hanging out at today and tomorrow?
Yeah, I think if you look at the scores over the past years, I think if you're sitting at even, because you've got to think that tomorrow those early starters are going to have the afternoon, so they don't probably deal with the drier greens. So I think if you can keep it around even, I think you'll be in contention come the weekend, unless there's just one guy that just goes bonkers and can run it. But like we were talking about yesterday, we didn't think anybody would get to double figures by the end of this tournament. So I think even is the place to be, and I think that's probably what they're going out shooting for.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like here's we always talk about, guys, the mental fortitude that it takes to actually win a tournament. And excuse me, while JJ Spawn just won one a couple of months ago, it doesn't feel like he has what it takes to get over the top in a major. And so, like, we look at the usual suspects, right? Whether it's Bryson, whether it's even a Ludwig Oberg, whether whoever it might be, Scotty, of course. And it's like, okay, where can they be on the end of Thursday or after Friday? And I think I'm right there with you, Raff, is like, if you can be within 3 or 4 shots,
yep.
Not only do you feel like, okay, you're in striking distance because of your game, but also you're kind of just expecting some of those unusual suspects and names that you don't hear very often at the top of leaderboards. You expect them to crack. And while you can only control what you can control, like I think if you ask a lot of people, we're sitting here going, okay, does JJ Spawn might be in the lead after Thursday, but do you expect him to win it? And I think a lot of people's answers is going to be no, because we haven't seen him do it nearly to the amount that we've seen Scotty do it to, or Bryson, or down those lists, Rory's, right? It's not the flashy name. And so not only if you're Bryson or Scotty and you're sitting there at even or 1 under and the leader's at 4 or 3 under, you're sitting there going, okay, I feel like I'm in striking distance here with 3 days left, but also I can kind of expect on them to start cracking a little bit.
Yep. I think if you look at that leaderboard now, there's about 6 or 8 guys that are even. Obviously, that's very liquid because they're going from hole to hole. But Raff, and I agree with you both on that. That's why I love that question. In that, if you can on a course like that, where most likely, to your point, Raff, that if you get to double digits, that's probably going to be the exception rather than the norm on this particular course with the conditions. If you can stay around, I would even say if you can stay at +1, you still be going to be okay. But I wouldn't start flirting more than +1 as far as that goes, because like you just mentioned, Nick, somebody can get hot before you know it. You're down 8 strokes. And think about this: the course they're playing right now, down 4 is almost like down 8, 7 to 8, because of the sheer difficulty of the course. And as you guys mentioned, that group that played this morning, that course is going to be totally different from the tomorrow afternoon when they're playing, when those greens dry out. So like you mentioned, Nick, they better bundle up now and get as many as they can on that scorecard so they can build somewhat of a cushion, which none is safe on a course like this.
Well, even too, you look at it like JJ Spawn, for instance, he's through 10, he's 4 under right now. He's thinking to himself, all right, keep this at probably 3 under, 4 under. That, I mean, he'd be as happy as day, but there's a good possibility he might walk off the course tonight and be like an even, because this course is just one hole, it ruins everything.
It's already changed since we've been watching. Adam Scott hopped up to 22, not 22. He'd be destroying it, -2.
Yeah.
So yeah, this thing is going to be fun to watch.
What I as we get ready for break here in just a second, what I'm most excited about, and like this is a guy that I actually do cheer for. It's Wyndham Clark. I really like Wyndham Clark, and Wyndham, he deals with his own anger issues and stuff like that.
But he owns it.
Yeah, he does. He's sitting there at 2 under, and so guys, like I'm fascinated to see how aggressive are players on Thursday and Friday this week at Oakmont because of the conditions and because of the way that the course is playing. How aggressive are they? If you are a guy like Wyndham Clark and you're 2 under and you're sitting there going, okay, I'm 2 shots out of the lead. How aggressive do you want to play it to where you're trying to make a move on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday? But then also how much risk do you want to take to say, okay, if I miss this shot, I'm at least going at least 1 shot back, maybe even 2, if I can't get out of the rough or the bunker in time. And so I just think like those types of conversations and that risk reward management that has to go from hole to hole with these guys is something that really is fascinating for me as I've learned more about like just the intricacies of the game of golf. Is like based on the conditions, on the wind, there's no wind at Oakmont this morning. And so based on everything that they can't control, that's out of their control, do they say, look, we're probably not going to get these favorable conditions the rest of the week. I need to look at this as an opportunity to really make some moves and make some things happen. So let's be ultra aggressive today. Or do they go and say, we're going to be a little more conservative and just try to stay around the leaderboard?
Yeah, I'm excited to watch that this afternoon as I knock out some emails. A few quick text messages before we go to break. Crowbait, the appointment went good. Yesterday, I am looking most likely at surgery. May get some other opinions too, just on that. But that's what I'm looking like right now to get that taken care of at the end of July. So that's what's going to go with that, man. I appreciate you asking, and keep that in your prayers. So see what happens. Also in Wyoming, when I went to Cody, I was not able. Somebody asked me last night, and I didn't answer on the text line. I was not able to go to Irma's because there were so many delays in Denver I was landing right when it was closing. I was surprised, Raff and Nick, they closed at 8:30. On a Friday even.
That's when the early bird special's over.
I guess so, man. I mean, the whole kitchen closed at 8:30.
Yeah.
So, but I still had a great meal.
They had the gunfights at sunset, so then they just closed after that.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, they just take everybody out. Folks, when we come back, go ahead, Nick.
I wanted to say this for about the so somebody did mention on the text line that the Omaha West Side golfers playing today.
Yes.
They're talking about Trevor Gushwiski. He is 6 over through 6.
Yeah.
So or 6 over through 5. Excuse me.
Five.
Plus 6 through 5.
He's gonna have to tame it down on that back nine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be
unfortunately.
tough. That's gonna be tough.
So he is currently sitting at, let's see, where's his name? He is tied for 72nd right now. 6 over through 6. 6 over through 5. Goodness sakes. Can I say it clearly one time in my life?
He's over. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Folks, we'll be right back. We got Raff holding it down in Bama. Me and Nick here in the mothership. We'll be right back.
Your number one dad may not need another tie or coffee mug, but he always needs a little more award-winning barbecue from Hog Wild. Give Dad a meal fit for the king of your castle this Father's Day with Hog Wild's hearty, family-pleasing menu. Our meaty ribs, tender beef brisket, pulled pork, and hot links pair perfectly with our home-style sides. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead. Sleep in. You deserve it. And choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK. Make flying easy.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law Group and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Haymarket Park is buzzing with excitement this summer. Grab your crew and get in on the fun. Be sure to catch all the daily specials and promotions this season, like Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, Souvenir Saturday, Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts all summer long. Don't miss out on the action as the Lincoln Salt Dogs take on their biggest rivals and knock the ball out of the park. Visit saltdogs.com and see this week's promotions and grab your tickets.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Are you buying a home? Westgate Bank understands that you need to make important decisions during your home buying journey. Our local lenders in Lincoln and Omaha make themselves available so you can get the information you need to know. Use our mobile mortgage app to manage your transaction from pre-qualification to closing, no matter where you are. Get the service and convenience you want from a local community bank where our interest is you. Learn more and visit us online at westgate.bank. Westgate Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Rick Heyman here from Sauter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sauter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sauterheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Be at the 32nd Annual Testicle Festival for live music, hot nuts, and meet Buster the Bull. It's at Round the Bend Steakhouse in Ashland, June 14th from 11 to 10. Take I-80 exit 426, roundthebendsteakhouse.com.
Husker fans, the 2025 Nebraska football season is right around the corner, and we need your support in the Sea of Red at Memorial Stadium this fall. You can now purchase a Husker football 3-game mini plan for only $185. This plan includes tickets to Michigan or USC, plus Akron or Houston Christian, and either Michigan State, Northwestern, or Iowa. Tickets are only available while supplies last. To purchase your Husker football 3-game mini plan today, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red!
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back on this beautiful Thursday morning. Raff, has the week gone by? Does it seem like this week's gone by fast, bro?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it really has actually. Is it? What are we? We're Thursday. So we got one more day of the week. We got one more day. So.
What about you? Seem like it's going quick, man.
Well, yeah, because Monday was basically.
Jake's over shaking his head in the control room like, no, it has not.
Okay, no, it has not.
What about you? What do you think?
I think it has.
Yeah.
But I got ridiculed. I'm just saying. No.
It's gone pretty quick. It seems like Monday, Nick, when we were just out at Wilderness Ridge, it seemed like that was a long time ago.
It does.
Speaking of Wilderness Ridge, did you get
I did not call.
No, you didn't call him, but I'm saying
I've not got my wallet either.
But no, just let me finish for a second, you little young whippersnapper. Typical Generation Z.
Oh, yeah. Tell me how my generation is the problem.
Swipe right generation. Yeah. I'll tell you how your generation's the problem.
Yeah, this is good.
You can't even play tackle the man. Coach and those guys are talking about that.
Whoa,
you guys couldn't play tackle the man. They'd be like, okay, let's take a water break. Let's make sure no one gets hurt and make sure no one's feelings are hurt because we can't tackle the man.
You're thinking about Generation Alpha.
No, that's Generation U.
No, it's not.
Did you guys play tackle the man?
Yes. We would play one-on-one in a front yard. It was just basically
you guys said touch the man. So you guys are just playing touch football.
No. I'm saying one-on-one, and it would be you take them down to the grass.
Really?
Yes. I would go home with grass stains.
You know what a grass stain is?
I sure do. This is crazy. This is called stereotyping.
No, it's not a stereotype.
Yes, it is.
It's an absolute.
Your generation. This is what you do.
No.
You put me in the grand scheme of it all.
Nick, when you were growing up, you
pile.
you actually played games where they didn't keep the score.
Yeah, we didn't care.
No, I'm talking about like in a league. You guys, there were leagues that didn't keep score.
I did not. No,
Nick,
no. I played competitive all the time. Let's not get it. I didn't do the whole participation thing.
Yeah, Big B, I know, and I can't say what we other games we called it either. I'm not going there, but yeah, we used to. And Nick, your generation, I'll give you I'll give you a little bit of credit. You were raised because God bless Mr. Sainert. He was like, no, he's going to play the real way. So you played the real way, which was good, man. You guys kept score.
Sure. We kept scoring everything we did.
Yeah, because we're just built different, though, Nick. We're built different.
Yeah, that's. It gets tiring.
What gets tiring?
It gets tiring.
Elaborate.
Just hearing how the old generation, just the superior.
Not superior.
And I get.
Not superior, but I would say tougher.
I understand that that's going to be a heavy part of our listener base, but it's like. Here's the thing. So I'm gonna ruffle some feathers again.
I want it, baby. Let's go, baby.
Here comes the spittle.
I want to see the spittle.
Here comes the spittle.
Come on, Nick. Do what you think with your 24-year-old self.
Let's have it.
I'm tired of hearing about how we are the generation that ruins everything. Guess what? Maybe there is a part of that true. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean,
Nick, I like the truth. Be honest.
Let's be 100% honest.
Be honest.
There's a part of it that does ruin it. However, there are people like you that are also problematic.
Keep going.
Just like you guys.
Keep going.
This is what you do.
This
is what you do. I'm done. No, I'm going to put the pin there, and we're going to move on. And I just
no, we are.
What do they say? Instead of pointing the finger, maybe point the thumb. Who's the one that raised this generation? That's
all. Blame it on the parents.
Hey, now Nick, here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm glad you said that because here's the truth.
Yeah,
here's the truth. Don't nurture the cause, but then curse the effect. There you
go.
You know what? Here's the deal.
Don't get mad about your participation trophies if you're the one making the order.
And Nick, here's what I'm going to say. And you bring up, I'm going to
go
say
Lions.
This. All due
Good
seriousness.
job on third place this year.
All due seriousness. You bring up a great point because my boys will tell you they were playing Little League football. And there was this team in one of these tournaments we're playing in that got like a sixth place trophy or something like that. And it was like, okay, there were only like 6 teams in the tournament, and one of the boys goes, who would want there was 5 trophies in the 6th place trophy. So who would want a 5th place trophy consolation? Yeah. And I think Aiden goes, the 6th place team.
Yeah, right. How about this? I don't know how to feel about this one. MT Westy on the text line says there's no way that Nick is 24. He looks like he's 38. That
video's hard life, bro.
That hurts my feelings, MT Westy. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you there. I've been miscalculated on age often.
It's your maturity though, man.
Well, like last night at the bar, I didn't get ID'd, and well, good thing I didn't because I realized that I didn't have an ID. But I didn't get ID'd after I ordered a beer, and so I thought, okay, that's fine, whatever. That's pretty normal. I mean, right as I turned 21, I wouldn't get ID'd at times by people. However, 38. I mean, we're talking. I mean, that's 14 years from now. That's not great. That's not great. So
well, I
hope you take that back, MT Westy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be thinking about that one all day now.
With all due seriousness, man, when I first met you, I knew you were younger, but I didn't think you were like 21. No, you weren't even 21 yet, were you?
No, I was 21.
You had just turned 21.
I had just turned 21.
You just turned 21. So I thought you were. I mean, you carry yourself, your knowledge of the, the business, the game, etc. But there's a David from Nick needs to ask. Boop.
That's crazy, David.
John and Cortland said awards just for showing up. No comment. Give it time, Nick. You'll see it. You'll see it too. Every generation would say that. Even Tom Brokaw, the late Tom Brokaw from one of the Dakota. I think it's South Dakota, North Dakota. Raff Brokaw
one of the
from
Dakotas.
South Dakota or North Dakota. I think it's South Dakota.
I'm not sure on that one.
The best part right there, 80 was like one of the Dakotas, South Dakota, North Dakota. Oh, those are the Dakotas. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says he wrote a book. Actually, it's a pretty good book. The Greatest Generation. The Greatest Generation. He wrote a book about that. The World War II folks.
Oh yeah.
Actually, a really good book. Well, I tell you something also, folks, that was actually really good was the game last night. Nick watched it from start to finish. And Raff, they stole one from your boys, man. Your boys went home.
It's crazy when SGA is not in the game. They make hay against OKC when he's not in there. So I don't know. Now I'm starting to maybe back down from my words of yesterday.
Oh, no. You can't do that. No, you can't do that, Mr. Omarion Hampton. You can't do that. Here's the deal, Raff. Now, even when SGA is in the game, Indiana does just fine. They did at least last night. I will say this,
in the second half they did.
Yeah, I don't know if this whole thing with the Oklahoma City Indiana Pacers series, guys, I don't know if it's as basically OKC isn't the juggernaut that we thought that they were, or if Indiana's just tougher than we thought they were. And I think it's Indiana's tougher than we thought they were, because at the end of the day, time and time again, they continue to show in late crucial moments, they can pull away, right? Yeah. But last night it was somewhat clinical. They hung around. They were down by 8 early on in the game, but then they kind of continued to hang around, And then basically it was at halftime, they went in. TJ McConnell had some great minutes off the bench for him last night, did some of the dirty work for them off the bench. TJ McConnell did. But then at the end of the game, they just kept on pulling away. And OKC didn't make free throws, number one. They struggled to make some free throws there, which we as Husker fans know are crucial. But then on top of it, Indiana just kept on getting buckets. And they never really went ice cold, which they'll tell you, as they've been on the other side of it trying to make the comeback, they need the other team to get a little cold while they get hot. And so they did a really nice job of just keeping the Oklahoma City Thunder at arm's length and saying, okay, we'll let you get back within 6 or 8, but we're not going to let you get within a possession to where we have to hit a shot or you have to hit a shot, and that's going to decide the game.
Raff, I'm going to tell you this. In fact, DP just texted me. He says, let Nick know the earth is going to shake and the studio is going to rumble because he's on his way down here at 9:45.
No.
Watch how you talk about those generations. Well, I tell you guys, I'm just going to be honest with you. Watching that game, and I watched the entirety of it last night, and if OKC does not get this game taken care of on Friday night, they're in some real trouble.
Yeah.
And I would say the same if it was flipped with Indiana being down too. Indiana, Raff, remember last week I said, dude, they are like cockroaches that you stepped on that sucker in your garage when you left in the morning. You come back for lunch in the evening, and that joker's back for lunch at noon. That joker's gone. They just don't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. The more I watch them, I'm just like, they're changing my opinions of them. If I wasn't already an OKC fan, I probably would be rooting for Indiana in this series, just because, like you said, they are just so persistent. I mean, it's crazy. You think, like, even the start of the game last night, Oklahoma City jumped out to an early lead, and I was like, okay, OKC's going to put them down, and then here comes Indiana. It's like they play that brand of basketball. They never give up. I mean, it's crazy.
And they've done it the entire playoffs. I mean, every series you go back to, they've done this to where, and you would think OKC after the regular season they did, only losing 14 games in the regular season. You would think they've seen this movie before. They knew this script. We have to put our foot down on their neck.
Yeah.
If you allow this team to breathe, you're in trouble. And they've shown that. Nick, real quick before you go, you've seen this right here. You look at Indiana, first of all, the thing to me, the distribution of points for Indiana, and they've done this the entire series. You look at Siakam at 21 points. Halliburton, of course, 22, and he had some huge ones. Mithrin had 27 points. McConnell chipped in 10. Turner chipped in 9. And then a slew of others with 8, 6, and 7. They just do it collectively. And you know what, Raff? Nick? They do it in a way that's not fancy. They just simply get it done, and they've been doing it ever since the playoffs.
It was stunning because early in the game, this was mid-second quarter, they flashed a graphic on the screen of bench points, and Indiana had 17 bench points while Oklahoma City had 0. They finished, just doing quick math. So you just mentioned Maturin had 27. TJ McConnell had 10. I mean, so Indiana bench points wise, Obi Toppin in 28 minutes off the bench had himself just a nice day with 8.6 boards and a couple assists as well. But you look at it, I mean, we're talking there was over 45 bench points for the Indiana Pacers. In comparison, it was 18 for Oklahoma City. 8 of them came from Alex Caruso. Isaiah Joe had 6, and then Hartenstein had 4. I mean, so you talk about the balance. You just mentioned it, like when SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is not on the floor, Oklahoma City looks different, as any team I think would without their superstar, without the league MVP on the floor. But I mean, even they're getting fine point totals and things like that. And this doesn't tell the whole story, but Chet Holmgren on a night where he goes 20 and 10, 0 for 6 from beyond the 3-point line.
It is going to be the Pacers. I can tell you, if OKC does not jump on these guys early on Friday night, they're going to be some major trouble. I personally think they're in trouble right now. I just really do. That place is going to be rocking Friday night. Indy in that place is going to be nuts. And they know if they get this one, she's going to be warming up as far as that goes. So we'll see what happens. Folks, when we come back, we got some history for you. It's The Drive. It's Thursday. We'll be right back.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Be at the 32nd Annual Testicle Festival for live music, hot nuts, and meet Buster the Bull. It's at Round the Bend Steakhouse in Ashland, June 14th from 11 to 10. Take I-80 exit 426, roundthebendsteakhouse.com.
Father's Day is coming soon, and you know what that means. Backyard parties and lots of grilling. You know what's more embarrassing than an overcooked piece of meat? A dirty, disgusting, and grimy grill. Let the pros at Husker Grill Cleaning keep you ready all grilling season. They'll take your grill apart piece by piece, scrub every inch, and reassemble it so your grill can look and perform its best. Visit their website, huskergrillcleaning.com today to schedule your appointment. Husker Grill Cleaning, serving Lincoln, Omaha, Malcolm, and more.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see mainly sunny skies, be breezy and hot with an afternoon high near 91. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a light breeze, low near 64. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies and light winds. Another hot afternoon with a high near 92. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fleck from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you buying a home? Westgate Bank understands that you need to make important decisions during your home buying journey. Our local lenders in Lincoln and Omaha make themselves available so you can get the information you need to know. Use our mobile mortgage app to manage your transaction from pre-qualification to closing, no matter where you are. Get the service and convenience you want from a local community bank where our interest is you. Learn more and visit us online at westgate.bank. Westgate Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
At Cordell & Cordell, we focus on representing men in domestic relations cases.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
We recognize that our clients are going through perhaps the toughest time they will ever go through. We understand that everything that's important to them is on the table. Their assets, the role in their children's lives. That's an immense responsibility that our clients entrust us with, and we take that very seriously. We've been trained to do that. We've helped thousands of clients before, and it's our hope that you'll choose to entrust us with what's most important to you.
The attorneys at Cordell & Cordell work to help men maximize their role in their children's lives. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Lincoln area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 402-858-3220. That's 402-858-3220. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Lincoln, 1221 N Street, Suite 801, Lincoln, Nebraska 68508.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner, focused on customized solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back. This segment is brought to you by Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. He's been a well-respected representative since 1999. Now protect your home, your vehicle, your family, or even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100 or visit one of his 2 locations in Seward or right here in the capital city in Lincoln and learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you. 1999. DP, how old were you in 1999?
I was 99. I was 37.
37. So 13 years older than Nick still.
37. And AD, when I walked in, AD said, "Let's get ready to rumble." I said, No. Couple of things. No, go on. Put your face on camera. Put your face on camera.
I'll zoom out.
Put your face on the screen. Need for you to do the AD when you was kids. You had brothers and sisters, right?
Yeah.
Right. And you know, it was that moment where somebody during the course of the day misbehaved, and your mama said, "Well, wait till your daddy get home."
Oh, that was not good.
Daddy home.
Because I got a whooping when daddy got. Oh,
I
experienced that.
Daddy home, right? Because and then what happened? Everybody gathered around.
Yep.
Everybody gathered around.
Yep.
Hey, Nick about to get it. Nick about to get it. Right?
That's where you peek around the corner.
And they peeking at him because they saying, "Hey man, don't get daddy mad. Why are you? He was having a nice day. He was having a nice day.
Oh my God.
Right? And a couple of things that happen, right? In the space, right? There's the phrase "unk." It's become popular now in the vernacular.
Yeah.
Nick, I want to explain something to you. AD is not only your brother, but he's unk. He's unk too.
Yeah.
So when you speak to him, take that bass out your voice.
Yes, I've noticed that.
Hey, no, I didn't ask.
I've noticed that. Since he's slimmed down, he's gotten really big.
No,
His
it
chest
has
got
nothing to do with that.
Little puffiness.
We
Little
say,
puffy.
no, we tell them don't swell up on
Little
me.
puffy.
That's for people outside. That's for people outside the crib. That's for people outside the crib. And see, here's the thing, what we explain to, I say this to my daughter all the time. Your daddy has money.
You don't have no money.
You don't have no money. You ain't built nothing. You ain't built nothing. You ain't done nothing. Nick, when you speak about elders, when you speak about your elders, put what Will Smith say?
Respect on my name.
And then Birdman said, put some respect on my name. For all the folks that you talk about so casually who built everything around you. Everything around you, they built. They labored for it. They put the work in. He out here talking about, yeah, it would make me mad. Hey man. Hey man. No. We don't. We the grown-ups in the room don't care.
I
don't. AD.
We
you know that pain in your back?
Yes.
You earned that, right?
Yes.
You earned it. That's legitimately earned.
Labored.
Right? All your opinions, right? You done earned
a lot of seasoning.
A lot of scars, right? Your meat is seasoned. Right? Young man over here, unseasoned meat.
Little tenderloin.
Little bit. Right? And we say this is when the uncles gather around right, at the cookout. And they got the young one. They got the young one. And all the unks gather up and they walk over to the table. Boy, Nick, let me holler at you for a minute. We built some things. We got some things. We gonna hand them to you. But you need to have respect. You need to have respect when you talk about old Husker fans, old football fans. When you talk about how business. Hey man, you just got here. I just met you. AD was a legend before mom and dad thought about little Nicholas Saint. 100%. Little Nicky boy. Little Nicky boy. Remember all that? Remember old fresh face Nick? Remember unseasoned, really unseasoned Nick? Fresh chicken cutlet Nick. Right? Right, baby face where you had to slap the chicken. You had to slap the mix with it. Yeah, right. But tenderize it. Nick Sainer. Love you, bro. Love you, young man. Proud of you. But as every parent has said, this is gonna hurt me more than hurt you. Yeah. Take you out back. With just like the cartoon. Get the paddle.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Take it. I said, boy. You gonna learn. Kindness goes much farther. Much further than the other. Just one day you're gonna be the OG.
Yes.
One day you're gonna be the OG, and there's gonna be some knucklehead who right now is in elementary school telling Nick Sainer how this should go. And you know what? I'm gonna be here for it. Me and AD, we're gonna be in the window over there laughing.
And we have walkers.
Yeah, right. Gray hair and walkers, but we're gonna laugh. We're gonna stand at that window and we're gonna tell young Steven, whoever he is, get it. What goes around comes around, Nick Sainer.
Yep.
They coming for you. These interns, wait till I put Ellie on you.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Ellie's gonna line up. It's happening. It's happening. I just want to say, Uncle Chris Raff, appreciate let Unc know we appreciate it. So y'all have a fantastic Thursday.
All right, folks. That was DP, the OG. That was the history segment right there. Just talking history, man. When we come back, we got an amazing guest, and there are so many questions I want to ask this gentleman. We want you to be open to our text line, too, to ask any question you got, because it is going to be an awesome next segment. It's The Drive. It's little Chicklet Nick, maybe the old rump roast. We'll be right back. 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage and do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get all the perks with a PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, you won't want to miss this exclusive offer. Deal ends June 13th.
See Club for details.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with pay starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Husker fans, the 2025 Nebraska football season is right around the corner, and we need your support in the Sea of Red at Memorial Stadium this fall. You can now purchase a Husker football 3-game mini plan for only $185. This plan includes tickets to Michigan or USC, plus Akron or Houston Christian, and either Michigan State, Northwestern, or Iowa. Tickets are only available while supplies last. To purchase your Husker football 3-game mini plan today, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, and the hail sale has been a huge success, but is winding down. We still though have several units with huge discounts. Plus, we have brand new Sierras, $14,000 off list, or starting at $37,105, or 0.9% APR on select new models. Yes, you heard right. $14,000 off or 0.9% APR on new Sierras starting at $37,105. So please check us out at copplecars.com. All deals with roof credit, stock number G289358.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Country music star Rodney Atkins will be performing at the Icebox on Friday, June 20th. Tickets start at $30 and doors open at 7 p.m. The capacity is only 3,000, so don't wait. Buy your tickets at LincolnStars.com today before it sells out.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks. Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0. And bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East sports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here live. Beautiful Thursday morning, and we're going to hop right into it. We have an absolute legend in the house. Jeff Heinrichs, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, AD. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great. Jeff, we got Raff. You turn around, you can see him on the screen up there. That's Raff.
Raff, what's going on, my man?
Not too much. How are you, brother?
Good. It's not as bright in here as it was at ESPN last weekend, but you know what? You guys are just as smiley as everybody else.
It feels good to have you in the studio, man. It feels good. We know what's going on in Omaha. This will be taking place here for the next 10 days as far as that goes. So that is going to be absolutely awesome. Jeff and Raff, I'll let you open up, man. Go ahead, brother.
Well, first, I got to ask, what were you doing at ESPN last weekend?
Well, I got a call from Scott Gustafson, who produces CW at the CWS and Little League World Series, and he said, hey, we need somebody during super regionals that can tell us what's going on when they have troubles or rule interpretations or replays. So we talked and worked it out and flew back last week. Matter of fact, I was with DP on the flight from Lincoln to Chicago when he was going to Washington, D.C. So we chatted a little bit and had a great time. It was very enlightening. Those people on air are amazing. The mothership is something else, but it was a lot of fun. You know, you just see how well officiated it is. The 32 that did it last weekend were outstanding. And long days. I was in the studio from about 10:45 in the morning till about 1:15 at night with the bright lights, and it was about 65 degrees. So it was a great time. Had a lot of fun.
So you're essentially the Dean Blandino of college baseball.
You know, I tried to dress a little bit better than he did. I was the Mike Pereira, you know. I had a nice coat and tie. Come on, let's go. So yeah, most of the comments about they didn't know I'd dress up that nice, let alone I could talk a little bit.
Jeff, let me ask you this. You know, growing up, you dreamed of playing for the Royals. Okay, how did that shift to becoming one of the most respected umpires in the country?
Well, we have I have passion for it, just like you guys do sitting down here every day. We care. We get graded now. It's whether, you shoot 94, 95, 96 behind the plate, get plays right with replay, show up, want to do your job. It's 15 weeks. I'm gone every weekend, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. My last 5 stops were Oregon, come home, USF in Tampa, the AC tournament in Clearwater, back home, Super Regionals in Corvallis, then back to ESPN in Bristol.
Oh my!
So
goodness.
when they say
Corvallis to Bristol's cross country flight,
right? So they were talking about some of the teams. I tried to add up. I opened at Arizona State. I think I put about 25,000 miles of frequent flyers this year.
You got a few free nights in hotels, don't you? With that many miles,
I can when I don't get bumped up at Marriott, it's a bad night.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so kind of walk us through your journey, right? As we get back into this, how did you get into this? What led to? I mean, because there's tiers, obviously, of like you have to start out somewhere, just like in every job in every career field. You have to start out somewhere, and then eventually you get promoted. You get bumped up a little higher and higher and higher, and eventually you've now umpired in 8 College World Series. Walk us through the entire journey as you kind of look back on your 42 career right now.
And before you answer that, I want to add a question on that. What's it like to get the call to know that you got called for it?
Well, you'll tear me up there. There's nothing like the call. It doesn't matter the first time or the 8th time. The call to go to the big leagues. And the call to go to the College World Series, there's nothing like it. That's, again, that's the passion that you have to do it right. My mom came over for coffee today, and when I was going to college, I told them, hey, college isn't for me. I'm going to make a right turn and go to Major League Umpire School. And they looked at me like, what are you doing? So I went to the last Joe Brinkman's umpire school in San Bernardino, California, out in the middle of the desert. And I made it, and I was the number 1 prospect. Spent 10 years in the minor leagues, had a cup of coffee in the major leagues in 1993. And then that was 10 years, and then spent 32 years doing college ball. So this is my 42nd year of umpiring baseball. And so the journey of, I literally started at making $18 a day. That was pay and room and board in extended spring training.
Were you sleeping in your car?
3 of us slept in a 1-bedroom apartment right on Rural Road, right there by Arizona State and Phoenix.
Wow.
1 week you got the bed, the next week you got the sofa, and then the next week you got the floor. We just alternated. Wow. So there's, I could sit and tell stories for a while about the minor leagues and college ball, but then got into college ball, made it into regionals, then got to super regionals. And then my first trip to the College World Series was 2003. And my last one was 2021. So 8 trips. I'm the second most that's worked games in the College World Series. I was trying to get back one more time to beat the record, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But it was a great trip. There's nothing like Omaha. You see those kids taking pictures out on the dirt and looking around the stadium, and they have no idea. Tomorrow night when they play that national anthem and they do the flyover, if you don't have a tear in your eye and little goosebumps on the back of your neck, there's something wrong with you.
You're putting them on the back of my neck right now, and I'm bald-headed. I can feel them on my head, too, the little 3 hairs I got up there. Raff, go ahead, my man.
Okay, I'll ask you then, since we're on that. When I say College World Series to you, what does that mean to you?
Well, it means the pinnacle of what you do as a collegiate umpire. The people of Omaha, we go out and about, whether you might go to the Blatt after the game or you have breakfast or somewhere, everybody knows you. They say hi, welcome. It's Nebraska. I mean, I just say Nebraska nice. You have no idea when you walk down the street and look people in the eye and say hi, that's Nebraska.
Yeah.
And then, you go to the college, everybody's happy to be there. It is, you see these kids, you see the coaches, you saw Dave Van Horn crying. It's, it is a special, it's the pinnacle. I'm lost for words. Everybody that's new, a new umpire, the first thing I tell them is when you're out there on the bases, you don't usually work the plate right off the bat. I tell the guys, when you first get out there, do a 360 and take it all in. Your feet might not hit the ground for the first few innings, and that's okay. And then the other thing I always tell them is I said, it's okay to have butterflies. Just make sure they fly in formation.
Jeff, you once joked that doing a game, umpiring a game is like doing 400 squats in 3.5 hours. What's your game day routine before you get ready? How do you prepare mentally and physically? And part two of that is, you mentioned I was watching some interviews of you on just archives, and you mentioned that every ump has their pregame hydration. What's in your bag? So what's your pregame? You mentioned it's like doing 400 squats in 3.5 hours. How do you prepare yourself for that mentally, physically? And what's your hydration?
Well, to get ready, I usually walk in the morning. I've been becoming a big walker. I've lost about 40 pounds over the last year and a half.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And it makes a big difference at 62 with a knee and an ankle replacement. I've got both of them. I do some light stretching in the morning, start drinking water and, maybe a Gatorade or something like that during the day.
Glad you said water. I was going to say start drinking.
Yeah, no. That's afterwards as long as you had a good play job. And, just eat right beforehand. And then you just have your pregame rituals that you do. So it's kind of like riding a bike. You just go out there and make sure you have good timing and hope the pitchers throw strikes and, get ready. It's, you do have a little bit of an edge to you when you work the plate. It's different than working the bases. I'm not going to lie, but after 42 years, you just tell yourself you've seen it all and go out there and, try to call strikes.
What was the moment? Has there been a moment where you have woken up and you're just like, I'm not at my best right now. I don't feel my best, but I got to go out there and do a job. And how did you get through that?
Well, you guys are teeing it up for umpire camps that are coming up here later in the summer. Sometimes you got to go out there without your best stuff.
Yeah.
And what I try to tell people, believe it or not, to go out and umpire the plate, it is better to be tired and not have your best stuff because your timing slows down than some of these guys that drink all these energy drinks and they're all amped up. It's the worst thing, believe it or not, that you could do. Just see it, pause, read, react, and call it.
Say that again. See it, pause, read. Say that again.
See it, pause, read, and react. So like you're seeing the pitch the second time in your eyes and then call it. Doug Harvey, who's in the Major League Hall of Fame as an umpire, he always said, it's a suck-win pitch. If the pitch is so close that you can't tell whether it's a ball or strike, call it a strike. The pitcher beat the hitter. And then if the ball's right over the bag and it's so close that you can't tell, call it fair because the hitter has now beat the pitcher. And those are just analogies that
those are interesting.
Yeah. It's just little things that, sometimes we want to reinvent the wheel in umpiring. And then sometimes you go back to the old wisdom and the old wisdom always rules.
That's okay. So while we're on this point, there's a lot being made and talked about regarding electronic umpires, taking the human element out of the game, bringing in the automatic balls and strike system. That next year in the minor leagues, they're going to test out a thing to where they can go back via camera and teams can challenge whether or not teams check swing or if their bat crosses the plane of the plate. Where are your thoughts on all of that?
Well, we're always moving forward with technology.
Yeah.
I'm applying for a couple supervisors positions, so I got to kind of be careful a little bit what I say. No, I'm kidding.
I understand.
We can delete this whole thing.
That is I'm kidding. We're all for technology.
Okay.
You never want, the one thing about on the bases, they can replay it. I don't ever want to miss something that's going to cost somebody the game. Sure. That is our biggest fear. We also have the human element. So my question to you is to answer a question with a question. Does that mean then when the ball's hit to the shortstop and he boots it, are we going to replay it again to see if he gets a second chance?
Absolutely. Yeah.
We have the human element.
I love the human element.
I do too.
I think it's what makes baseball.
You two are both purists too.
I mean, I genuinely believe that's what makes, like, if you just said it, what you said about the pitcher beating the batter. There's like, I was a catcher for 14 years. So like there was something that you take pride in as a catcher, being able to be in sync with your pitcher where he makes a good pitch on the outer part. Even if he misses it a ball or two out, if you're able to get it to where it's a strike, that's part of the game. That's part of the game. And being a really good hitter is your ability to still fight those off.
One of my kids that I've mentored here in Lincoln, Nebraska is Jason Hartzick. And we were always going back and forth for a while, last couple years. I call more strikes than he does. So he always shot a little bit. He always shot a little better on TrackMan than I did. So this year I said, okay, I'll show you, young buck. So when I was beating him, he was all mad. Well, the last weekend at Ohio State, he shot 99. He missed one pitch.
Wow.
So, our our average is 94 to 97. And TrackMan doesn't change whether you have Aaron Judge hitting or a short guy. So like sometimes if we miss one, we might call a high strike on Aaron Judge because they don't alter the strike zone.
You're right.
So I think, 94 to 97 is really good. 90 to 94 is good. You think about with these bats, how strong they are in these kids. If you have a Tuesday, Wednesday game, what do you really want to shoot as an umpire so that it's not a 4.5 hour game? These kids, they're college kids still. But and the other question that I would have is if I was a supervisor of a staff, I'd ask the coaches, what's your strike zone? What do you want us to call? Yeah. And if we had 12 coaches, I'll bet I don't have one exact answer among the 12 coaches.
And that puts so much stress on you guys too, just like because you're not going to please everybody no matter what.
That's great point. What we always tell everybody is be consistent.
Yeah.
When you go to the dugout, like at Oregon State at regionals, they had each one of our strike zones up on TrackMan. So if you're always consistent and call the same pitches the same way, you'll be pretty successful.
Raff, go ahead.
It's interesting because on this conversation, there's something to be said, I think, also about we get so infatuated and we dive and we focus so much on the calls you guys miss. But especially if you just sit and for a full 9 innings and watch a major league game, the amount of calls that you guys get right, especially working the plate, because we're talking millimeters where from one pitch it'll clip the zone. It's quick, routine, bang, strike one. Then the next pitch it can be half of a centimeter out, and technically by rule it's not a strike, and they'll leave it a ball. And to be able to identify the difference when it's coming at you now, velocity is the name of the game. 98, 99 is consistently coming at you. With some of the hitters that they're facing time and time again, the ability to stand in there and call it accurately, we get so entrenched in what calls umpires miss that we don't understand. From a human element, it's pretty spectacular that out of 250 pitches that you're seeing, you're getting 246 of them right. Focus on the 246 instead of the 4.
If I would have scored 94 to 97 in college, I would have stayed in college and wouldn't have went to umpire school. But but it's a great point. When I first started umpiring in 1984 in the minor leagues, guess what the hardest pitcher was that was throwing?
80s?
84. Yeah. 84 is what we saw.
Yeah.
And now it's 100, 102. And all these college kids in Power 4 are 90 plus.
Yep. Good God.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Jeff, you just mentioning that. And Raff, I'm asking this. I want to get back to you and Jeff, because we keep this going all day. We're going to keep rolling too. You made it all the way to the MLB before you shifting to college baseball. What's the biggest difference between the two? And what made college baseball so special for you?
Well, the energy and passion of college baseball. It's hard when it's the adjustment of coming out of professional baseball into college, the celebrations, the dugouts, every pitch matters. Where in MLB, when you're in AAA and you have one of the bonus babies that's only hitting 240 in the middle of May and he's not up in the big leagues yet, he's the one that's frustrated. It's more of a grind in the minor leagues, major leagues. In college ball, it's 54 games and the passion and the pageantry. Yeah, it counts a lot more, and these it's totally different. They're both great, but I'm a college umpire now, and it's the last 32 years have been amazing. It's from the different cities all over the country and the stadiums and how the stadiums are growing. Just think, I started at Buck Belzer for $75 a game. Billy McGuire now, who's an umpire, was the catcher, for Nebraska. He used to catch 8 innings and then go close out games in the ninth for Nebraska back when John Sanders was around. And just the stadiums and how everything has changed is incredible.
Before we come back, Raff's got a lot for you too. You mentioned the college part of it. Like I said, I was watching a lot of interviews on you. You've called some of the biggest games in college. Okay. Tell me a game where you walked off and you were like, I'll remember that for my life. Maybe, and I'm going to give you a hint here. Maybe I'm wrong. Arkansas, Oregon State, 18?
Boy, that's the first thing that comes in. Yeah, it's when we were sitting in Bristol here this last weekend, Mike Rooney, who's amazing, his knowledge of college baseball. Oh, my goodness, he can just pull it up. And he says, wouldn't it be something if we had an Oregon State Arkansas final, and I go, Runes, you wouldn't happen to know who the plate umpire was that night that when they dropped the ball? He goes, you? I go, yeah. And so then they queued it up and they showed it right away. And I was going, if you look at it and it's, if you can find it, when the ball went up, I'm sitting there thinking it was the craziest stadium that stadium has been since it was built, because the Arkansas, crowd was going nuts because they were going to win it. And our locker room was right behind us at third base. And when that ball went up, I thought, way to go, kid. You know what? You got through a game with nobody really saying much. You did a heck of a job behind the plate. And I started taking 5 steps back to the dugout and took my hat off thinking I was just taking it in. And then when he dropped it, I can't really say on air what I said. I had to come back and kind of regroup and take a deep breath, right?
Yeah.
And then the next pitch was a base hit to tie it.
Base it up the middle.
And then I'm like, oh, no, now we got to go to the bottom of the ninth. And then Trevor Larnach, the next pitch was a 2-run bomb to right field to put him up by 2. And then we had to play the next night. So, it's just like athletes. All of a sudden you're getting down, you miss a field goal, you got to concentrate. It's being an umpire is an athlete in a different variety, because the things that go on in your head, you have to keep going. It's one pitch at a time, one play at a time. How many times have you heard that, AD? Just play one.
A lot.
And the same thing. If I miss a pitch, get the next pitch right. Just keep going pitch by pitch. But when that happened, and just look around, that stadium was crazy after that.
That Oregon State team was so good. They had Adley Rutschman, Nick Madrigal, and Trevor Larnach all on the same team, who are all 3 major leaguers. I mean, that team was so good. But that's fascinating. We could do this forever.
Jeff, can you stay with us another segment?
Let's go.
Because Raff is going to have a number of questions for you as well. Jeff, like I said, you just make it like when you describe it, it's almost like we're there because you describe it so well. And all the eyes are on you. Think about the next pitch is not thrown until you make the decision. That's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot better being behind the mask than on ESPN, with a suit and tie on. All your flaws come out. But I like that. I never thought of it that way, AD.
Folks, we'll be right back with Jeff Heinrichs. He has umped it 8 times for the CWS. We're going to have more questions for him. Text us in ones you have as well. We'll be back. It's The Drive.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village.
Be at the 32nd Annual Testicle Festival for some fun, rain or shine. Free entry for military. It's at Round the Bend Steakhouse in Ashland, June 14th from 11 to 10. Take I-80 exit 426, roundthebendsteakhouse.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies, be breezy and hot with an afternoon high near 91. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a light breeze, low near 64. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies and light winds with a hot afternoon with a high near 92. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Country music star Rodney Atkins will be performing at the Icebox on Friday, June 20th. Tickets start at $30 and doors open at 7 p.m. The capacity is only 3,000, so don't wait. Buy your tickets at LincolnStars.com today before it sells out.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. To honor the new store opening, A1 is offering $25 off any service over $300, $50 off services over $500, and $75 off services that total over $750, all through July 31st. Schedule your appointment today at A1AutoLincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage and do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry! You won't want to miss this exclusive offer. Deal ends June 13th.
See Club for details.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back with Jeffrey Heinrichsen, and it's just awesome. Raff, we're going to hop right back in. Raff, you go ahead, my brother.
All right. The question I have for you is this. All the years of watching baseball, the quick play at first, the bang, bang play at first. You as an umpire, what are you watching there?
Well, when we teach camps, the first thing you do is get an angle. You want to get a 90-degree angle from where the throw's coming from. So if it's coming from third base, you come further down. If it's coming from shortstop, different angle. Coming from second base, a little bit angle. But you watch the ball halfway across, make sure it's a good throw. Then you turn your eyes into the bag to watch the runner touch first and listen for the ball going into the glove. And yes, believe it or not, whether it's 26,000 in Omaha or 50,000 in Yankee Stadium, you can hear the ball hitting the glove.
Go ahead, Raff.
Now,
that was my question there. You can, if you got another one, feel free, AD.
Yeah, absolutely. Money G in Kansas, and we were just talking about this off air, Jeff, before we came back on. Money G in Kansas, good morning. He goes, as someone that schedules umpires for youth games and high school games, I just want to remind people, these young umpires have to start somewhere, and they're not going to be perfect. Give them a break, bite your tongue, and don't embarrass these umpires and yourselves. If parents and coaches keep up the abuse of these young umpires, the lack of umpires is going to continue. We just talked about that, Jeff.
Who was that again, AD?
It's Money G in Kansas.
Money G, we did. I when I was flying to Bristol last week, I flew with DP, and I talked about doing an official show on the weekend here on the ticket. I'd love to do it and talk about that. There's not a 10-year-old that's going straight to the big leagues. And if we don't, if we don't do that, if you don't go to the game and just enjoy it, you're not going to have games for your kids. You guys ask me, what's the hardest thing? It's not hard in college. Yeah. It's hard in 9, 10, 12U, 14U. What goes on, what you see, in these ball fields. I hope it never happens. We've got a beautiful new complex that opened here in Lincoln. Mm-hmm. Sand Hills Park. It's just there in California when my son was growing up, when he was playing, if you said anything negative to an umpire, you were ejected from the facility. It was beautiful.
Love it.
It was beautiful. So, you have kids, and on the recruiting part of it, to just, let you know, you can make $500 a weekend umpiring.
Wow.
Where you can't go to McDonald's, you can't go anywhere.
Right.
Become a sports official, a youth official, and make some money and give back to the community. We're going to start holding camps here and do some other things. So we have basketball camps, football camps, baseball camps. If you have some time and some passion, come out and be a youth sports official.
I love it.
I did that when I was 16.
Nick,
I was doing select.
Yeah,
I
I
did some select baseball, but then then stuff got in the way. But anyway, here's what Jeff and I were talking during the break, and there was a lot about just the passion for college baseball, and there's a difference in it from the major league level and the college level, and I think a lot of it is the intimacy potential, right? In big league ballparks, you sit farther away from the action just because the field is bigger a lot of the times, whether you're at Hawks or at Haymarket Park or whether you're at Rosenblatt, it felt like you were on top of the action. The intimacy, it helps drive the passion for college baseball, but also the accessibility. How has the game shifted since you started umpiring to now today in delivering that passion and making it accessible? Has it gotten better? Has it gotten worse? Because we talk about something simple like ticket prices for College World Series games. Ticket prices are an arm and a leg different than what they used to be 10 years ago. In your eyes, how has the game changed?
Oh, it's changed tremendously. If you go to Tennessee or Oregon State, they are right on top of you. When people come back from the minor leagues and, Clint Fagan worked 552 games in the big leagues and didn't get a contract, and now he's coming to his first College World Series. And we talk about super regionals are the hardest to umpire in all of baseball. Because if you call a pitch 1 inch off the center of the plate one way or the other against the home team, they are going nuts behind the plate. But these you take the old Buck Belzer, you look at Tennessee, you look at Oregon State, like I talked about. Some of these people are right on top of you, and it's as passionate as college football because it happens faster, pitch after pitch. You're having a pitch every 20 seconds.
There's another question there. I like this. Cubsker, good morning to you. He goes, you were the first base umpire in the only CWS game I attended with my American Legion high school team from Wymore. And just wanted to say, 1, you did a dang great job. 2, what would you tell people wanting to get in umpiring? You just kind of mentioned that. What would you tell them?
Get a hold of me. Get a hold of your local association. Whoever's doing your youth games, find out who assigns the umpires, and then give them a call. And we can pretty much every year, like Jason and I and Billy McGuire and all the guys, we give back some of our equipment and our uniforms that we get and stuff like that. So get involved. Come out to our camps and clinics. They're usually free or really cheap for youth umpires. get involved and hopefully you start drinking the Kool-Aid and come on the umpire side. It's fun. I mean, I do some Dodge County leagues in the summer. Jason Harstick got me into this. So I go up to Schuyler and West Point and Dodge, and some of these old ballparks are Natural Historical Society because they still have the original grandstands. And you just kind of go back and I make fun of them. The first game I work, I did 2 games at $70 a piece, 140. That's and when they handed me the check, I looked at it and I said, "Sir, usually there's a comma in my check. There's no comma here." And we all started laughing, right? But it is a blast going to these small towns and giving back and just having fun.
So speaking of Jason Harstick, he says Jeff is just lucky that they didn't have TrackMan back in the day. He wouldn't survive much longer in today's game. He's the greatest mentor. He has more respect from his peers than any other umpire in the country, and that speaks volumes. There's Jason right there on the text line for you.
Well, first of all, I'll tell him thanks and say thank God he works behind the plate and not at first base so he doesn't get flipped all the time. So we'll go like that. But no, you know what? He just had his 3rd regional. He's an up-and-comer. He's a really, really good umpire. And hopefully he will follow my shoes and get to the World Series. And that would make me the happiest mentor in the world.
Jeff, I got something that's a little different than kind of personal. Obviously nothing that's, going to catch you by guard. But, one of your videos, you shared a powerful story about your son, Scotty, and the tough decision you made during the 2015 Super Regional. How did that moment change you as a father and as an official?
Wow. Going back, he was a D1 prospect at Granite Bay. 3 sports star. Junior and senior year, he started football, basketball, baseball. I don't know how much time I got because this is a pretty good story.
No, you're good, brother.
And he was hitting 480 and all the UCL, everybody was all over him. And they're coming to the games. I could see his games Monday, Wednesday, but I couldn't see his games on Friday. He was hitting 480. And so all the coaches are coming, kind of jabbing me like Jason just did. Where's he getting all his athletic ability from, And he lost 28 pounds over a month and was coughing. We were going on I was at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo that weekend, and he was going on a recruiting trip. He flew in on Saturday. We drove home, and he was coughing the whole way. And on Monday, he went to the doctor, and the doctor called me because I was divorced from his mom. And the doctor said, I asked the doctor, I said, "Doc, if this was your kid, why would you be doing all of these tests over the course of the next 2 weeks? Why don't we admit him into the hospital and find out what's going on?" Well, to make a long story short, he had a very rare autoimmune disease, and his left lung looked like a 30-year smoker. It had tar over it, and they had to break his ribs.
Oh, wow.
And they took 2 1-inch nodules that looked like turds off. And there's only 4 known cases of it in the world. And so he couldn't play baseball that summer, couldn't lift or run, goes out his next year in football at Granite Bay, beat Sammy Strotter's record for catches and touchdowns in a year, and didn't get cleared until the week before the season. But I was going, this is hard. I was supposed to go to regionals. I was going to the World Series that year, and I was supposed to go to Texas A&M for the regionals. I was the crew chief. And I told him, I said, "Hey, the doctor said, the good news is, Scotty, it's not cancer. The bad news is we don't know what it is. We're going to release you, but we're going to have to send this." It went to Mayo and then it went to Europe to a doctor. And so I just told him, I said, "Okay, I'm just going to stay home with you. I'm going to give back regionals and I'm going to give back the World Series." And he hadn't talked the whole weekend after he had the surgery on Wednesday or on Friday. And this was Tuesday. And he looked at me and he says, "Dad," first time he'd talked in 2 days. He says, "Let me ask you a question. If you were having surgery and I had a game on Friday night, would you tell me not to play?" And I said, "Okay, Lord, give me the answer for this one." And I was kind of speechless. And he said, "Dad, go work the regional. I'll get better. I'll be able to come back to Nebraska with you. All our family's back here. And then I'll get to spend 10 or 15 days with the family." And so I went out. Everybody knew that first plate job that I had at regionals probably was one of my worst plate jobs I ever had in my life. I couldn't concentrate, thinking about my son. I shouldn't be here. But, he battled back, went and played football at UC Davis. Now he's working for Stryker. And we still don't have a cure for it. But, it's all 3 of my boys are special. But that was, that was a tough trip to get on a plane to go away from him, and it was something else to work the plate that Friday night.
It goes to the Nick's earlier question when you asked when you're just not feeling it that day or that night, and yet you still got it done, man. That's wise advice from your son, and just a moving story. Very moving. When I seen that, I was teared up when I was watching it last night, man. Teared up watching it.
Let's talk about this year's CWS, because obviously you were involved with super regional coverage. And so before we have about 5 minutes left, I know Raff's got a question, I'm sure, and AD as well, before they wrap it up here. Let's talk about this year's College World Series, to where you obviously were in Corvallis. You were part of the coverage and supers. What should we know about some of these teams? Because it's a field that doesn't have a single returning team from last year, which is fascinating. You have a storyline in Dave Van Horn, who's trying to find his first College World Series title. Oregon State is a team that struggled early in the year, but here they are. You have the Cinderellas of Murray State, and not necessarily Coastal Carolina, but not a national name. What should we know?
As much as I do, you don't know. It's a toss-up. You know, I mean, if you think that it's going to be Arkansas and Oregon State getting to the finals, I couldn't argue with that. But, you know, it's when you get to, you know, the Chuck, you better have good pitching, because if you can throw strikes and not walk people, make people put the ball in play, you got a chance to run balls down and stuff like that. So I don't think you're going to see any wild scores. So it's getting a timely hit. It's not making an error, and, you know, just playing good routine baseball, which that's what Arkansas can do. And they have the pitching to do it. Yeah. But, you know, you do have teams, you know, look at Murray State. They hit line drives. They, you know, don't be surprised if they win a game or two and, you know, put the ball in play. But the nerves and, you know, when those kids get on the mound, if they can, you know, make those butterflies fly in formation, they'll be okay. But it is wide open. UCLA, you know, has been there, so that, you know, they were just there for the Big Ten tournament, so they're used to it. Arizona is on fire right now. Louisville has been hot at the end. So you know what, as a fan to watch it, it's going to be spectacular, because I think they're all going to be very good games.
You have to, as an umpire, how do you guys deal with the different field dimensions? Because we always talk about it from a player standpoint of, like, understanding how much foul territory. They moved to TD Ameritrade or Charles Schwab Field now, and the foul territories are much greater. They're much larger than what they're most of the time accustomed to playing in college ballparks. Do you have to make any adjustments from an umpire standpoint?
No, not really. You know, I'm going to have a little fun with you.
Yeah, please do.
Last time I checked, the mound's still 60 feet, 6 inches, and the bases are still 90 feet. No,
absolutely.
we do cover some things, you know, with the ground, with foul balls that we have coverage and stuff like that. Fan interference. Remember at the old Rosenblatt, you had a lot of that.
Yeah.
Here, if you look, there's a little bit of a flat area behind the fence and where the metal is, you know, for the home runs. So there's things that we talk about, you know, guys that are going back. A lot of the young guys I've mentored, so you kind of give them a little tidbits of what's going on and what to look out for. But, you know, just like a player, you know, AD, just do what got you there, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Nice.
Raff, go ahead, my man.
All right. Got to ask the big question here. What does your baseball umpiring future look like?
Geez, Raff. Well, it's getting close to being done. There are a couple umpire supervisor positions that are open that I have applied for. I applied for the national coordinator's job that I finished second. I really wanted that, but I didn't get it. It went in another direction, but Scott Klein got it, and he's going to be very, very good. So maybe my passion is not to be the national coordinator, but to be a coordinator of some leagues that have come open, and, you know, be able to hope get young guys like the Jason Harsticks and stuff into postseason, get new people into the game from college, you know, from high school into college. And, you know, I do work very well with coaches. I've got on my resume and my references, I've got Ray Tanner and George Horton that was at Oregon, and Rich Price that was at Kansas. And, you know, you have to be able to work with coaches. You have to be able to discuss, like, you know, what I had the COVID game when North Carolina State was playing Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
And they only had 13 players. And Elliot Avant came out, and, you know, he was going to maybe have to move players from pitcher and then back to a position. And we went over the pitching rule, and I just say, hey, coach, if you have some questions, we're here to help. So, you know, it's it's coaching high school basketball and football made me a better official because, you know, when you get where they're at sometimes, but you have to be a people person. I think I do that pretty well. That, you know, if you, I am in real estate here. I work for Keller Williams. So, you know, I do work well with people, and I can talk and mentor and explain. So I don't want to get off the field because I still enjoy it, but I don't want to be on the field too late where somebody comes out and says, hey, it's time for you to go. Yeah. So hopefully if that happens, I can passion that way and then maybe work 2 or 3 more Dodge County League games with Jason somewhere in Scribner or West Point or something like that.
There you go.
Folks, it was an absolute treat for us, Jeff, for our listeners, your wisdom, your wealth of information and knowledge, and just the experiences that you've been through, man. It was literally a pleasure for us. We can't thank you enough. And maybe have you back on post CWS and kind of get your views on that, how that was done right there.
Who's your pick? Are you able to make a pick?
Sure. I'll go Arkansas.
There you
Arkansas.
Go. Yeah.
I love it.
I think so. You know, Coach Van Horn does it. But hey, you guys, thank you very much. It's fun to come in here. I appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Folks, it's The Drive. That was Jeff Heinrich. Just so much fun. So much fun. We're definitely going to have him back. Folks, we'll be right back with the RGT. It's The Drive.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies, be breezy and hot with an afternoon high near 91. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a light breeze, low near 64. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies and light winds, another hot afternoon with a high near 92. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fleck from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks, and grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria tacos and many other options. Don't forget their great desserts like tres leches, flan, and cheesecake. Get to Tacos Los Hermanos for lunch or dinner today at 70th and Havelock in Lincoln.
A smoke-free environment is the only way to fully protect from the dangers of secondhand smoke. That's why smoke-free policies are so important to me. Whether it's in my car, apartment building, or when I'm dining outdoors, there's no place for secondhand smoke or e-cigarette aerosol. Breathe easier knowing the facts. Visit smokefree.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage and do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, you won't want to miss this exclusive offer. Deal ends June 13th.
See Club for details.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O, or in Williamsburg Village. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, that was Raff. I could have talked to Jeff all day, man.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. It's just wild. Like, I met Jeff 40 years ago, maybe. I mean, and it's just incredible. His baseball stories, what he's seen, just the 8, CWS appearances, just incredible. So awesome talking baseball with him. And the funny thing is his stories. I mean, we hadn't even scratched the surface of just some of the baseball stories that he has and what he can tell. They're amazing.
Yeah, we definitely got to have him back, man. And I just loved it. Absolutely loved it. So, and Raff, thanks for coordinating that and coordinate the schedules to get him on, man. We appreciate that. I'm sure in fact, I know the listeners did as well with the number of messages that came in, et cetera. So appreciate you guys as well. Raff, what do you got for the RGT, man?
All right. First, just to let everyone know we're sponsored by Doors Plus. If garage door needs maintenance, you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hahn and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential, commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more. All right. Today's Raff's Good Take, it has to go out to Jeff Hendricks. I mean, like I said, I've known Jeff for almost 40 years. His love of baseball and umpiring, it's the same. It was always so cool going. I was at his first Major League Baseball game that he umpired. When he got the call, he made the call to my friend's dad. We headed up there. He umped it down in Kansas City. It was so cool to be there that night. All the games he dumped at Buck Belzer. We never were short on Nebraska baseballs, that's for sure. And he'd come out to our little league baseball games. So I just wanted to let Jeff know just the love, not only for baseball, but for the city of Lincoln. Like, he's never forgot about Lincoln. He's always, like I said, he's trying to promote umpiring right now. He'll have camps and stuff, I'm sure, around town. Just an awesome guy. So Jeff, thank you so much. You are Raff's Good Take.
Raff, I love it, and I concur with that. Just going to do this. I know it's kind of sometimes to Nick's chagrin, but just want you to take a quick listen to this right here. It kind of resonates. that is the late Brian Wilson.
Yeah.
That song is called God Only Knows. And Brian Wilson wrote majority of the songs for the Beach Boys.
That's
he was
right.
the last one of his brother surviving. Their first major hit was the single Surfing in USA. And I'm going to tell you something. You talking about a guy that lived life to the fullest. You know, seen some interviews on him over the years, and it just goes to show you that dude said, man, my passion was simply making music. Simply like Sly Stone. We lost another icon earlier this week too. But man, it just keeps resonating with me. Man, follow that passion. Follow that passion, folks. And I was thinking about that this morning myself on the deck when I was just thinking, follow your passion. You live one life. You live one life. And sometimes I'm running around here like I got a million years. We live one life. So whatever that passion is for you, make sure it's legal. Go ahead, pursue that thing. And Jeff said, as we close this up, it's okay to have butterflies. Just make them fly in formation. Raff, take us home, my man.
All right, everyone. Have a great day. Be nice to each other, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
At Cordell & Cordell, we focus on representing men in domestic relations cases.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
We recognize that our clients are going through perhaps the toughest time they will ever go through. We understand that everything that's important to them is on the table. Their assets, the role in their children's lives. That's an immense responsibility that our clients entrust us with, and we take that very seriously. We've been trained to do that. We've helped thousands of clients before, and it's our hope that you'll choose to entrust us with what's most important to you.
The attorneys at Cordell & Cordell work to help men maximize their role in their children's lives. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Lincoln area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 402-858-3220. That's 402-858-3220. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Lincoln, 1221 N Street, Suite 801, Lincoln, Nebraska 68508.
Country music star Rodney Atkins will be performing at the Icebox on Friday, June 20th. Tickets start at $30 and doors open at 7 p.m. The capacity is only 3,000, so don't wait. Buy your tickets at LincolnStars.com today before it sells out. Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work?